last few days,
Yeah.
the whole of the UK only had one thing to talk about.
Really, yeah.
I'm sure it was, very much the case in other parts of the world. I saw news reports in America and other parts of the world, but it felt like back here in the UK, the UK was just talking about one thing.
Really?
It was following you. You know this. Surely your girlfriend and stuff must have told you. It was fucking pandemonium. It was every social, I'd go on social media and anyone that I knew was posting about you running that last leg, driving money to those charities that mean a whole lot to you. As you come into that last leg, that last day, crowds of people, like hundreds of people flew out there.
It's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
And they're running with you. A lot of them, I heard from some of your team, I think it was Stan that was saying to me, a lot of people flew out there, but they were keeling over and like collapsing on the side of the road because I don't think they anticipated that this isn't London, mate.
Yeah, it was so funny. Like Tunisia at that time wasn't even that hot. Coming from the UK, everyone's just absolutely cooked.
And you come into that last day, and your dad is there as well.
Yeah. It was an emotional day, man. I met my dad came and ran. Like he could only bang a 2 or 3K out these days, but he came and ran and like put his arm around me and that, and it was special.
Your relationship with him started to pick up as you got closer to the finish line, it seems.
Yeah,
I've heard that from a few people.
Yeah, throughout the whole mission, really, I think. But Emily's definitely a big part of helping that.
What was it like to see him, and where did you see him? Was it on the last day?
On the last day, yeah, we ran a little bit, a couple tears, just like.
What were the tears for?
I don't know, like, I guess it was like a signal that it was like, this is actually over now, like my dad's here. And like, everything that I've been through, but also like everything he'd been through, everything his dad's been through, it felt like a moment,
He was proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. We got to speak to him on the phone, and hearing how proud of you he was one of the most moving things of this whole experience of speaking to your friends and family. Hearing just how proud your father is of you it moved me when I heard it. I actually I
couldn't believe it's my son, crossing the line and it was sort of like not real sort of thing. It was, it's like, but it took a while to sink in. Still sinking in now, really.
And he went on to say, I couldn't be more proud of my son.
Yeah, it's nice. It's powerful when your dad says that, isn't it?
Always. Always. You crossed the line. How does that feel?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that finish line honestly felt like a fucking mystical thing that was never coming for the longest amount of time. So it's the fact that it finally came was just like, wow, it's finally over, like we actually did it. So yeah, very grateful.
It's quite complex emotions. I can see it in your face.
Yeah.
What are those emotions?
I guess it's just like grateful that it all worked out, and like all the hard work paid off. And all the hard times paid off.
Your girlfriend said that you walked over to the edge of the water when you reached the northernmost point of Africa and you saluted. And to her, that salute meant more than just a sort of random token gesture. It was a salute in many respects to say, there's certain chapters closed in my life now, and there's certain things that I've proven. I think maybe the right word there is proven.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully.
What have you proven?
Oh, I guess I'm capable, I can do it.
Your mum was there as well? The whole gang?
The whole team.
Was that the best feeling of the whole journey? That end moment with your family was... Because I heard you describe that the start was amazing, the first day. And in that moment, I imagine it's overwhelming for so many reasons. It's so much to process.
So
All these fucking
overwhelming, man.
people are there and screaming, and the cameras and the Sky News are running alongside you. It's like, it looked batshit crazy. I was watching on
It
Twitter.
was.
Jesus Christ.
It was totally mad. I think the finish line was one of them things that was just so like, I don't know if you had it, like, when there's so much going on and it's so overwhelming, you kind of like, it almost feels like an out of body experience.
Mm-hmm. And you're someone that's like lived most of their life in relative isolation.
Yeah.
You like being alone.
Yeah.
Emily told me this. She goes, I think he's happiest when no one's there.
Yeah, I do like being alone. I do like it.
Interesting still is like, you get back to the UK and you've been running this crazy, you've done this crazy thing for more than a year, right? It was
352 days. I was out there for 14 months.
14 months. You get back to the UK, you land, the weather's different. Obviously, society's completely different.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows who you are here.
Mm.
So wherever you go, someone's going, oh, hardest geezer guy ever, fucking picture, lad. Like, how is that?
Still think I'm kind of working that out at the moment. Don't really know. It's definitely different. But everyone's so nice. And I think like the stories of people that like they come up to me and they're like, you know, I was running the marathon on Sunday and people were like, you're the reason I'm here and stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of mad, but that's sick as well, you know? So.
Are you feeling overwhelmed?
Yeah, definitely.
How do you know?
Because I'm trying to distance myself from everyone and everything at the moment.
Really?
Yeah. Like, yeah. Just, I think my social batteries run out quite quick. And once that happens, I'm just like, well, I need to be alone. Like, immediately. Done. Can't speak. Done.
And you're getting all these emails now.
Yeah. And it's just like, well, I think there's a lot of things happening as well that I don't know how to handle properly, like emails and all these other things.
You don't have management, you don't have anyone, an agent, nothing.
I kind of need a moment to work out what I actually want to do, I think. But it's fine. Like, I'm not running ultra marathons in Sahara Desert anymore. I can't, like, it's all right.
You know, when you were running that marathon, you ran the London Marathon like 2 days ago or something.
Yeah.
That's a very public place to be.
Yeah, I didn't quite anticipate that going that way.
I had some people that saw you down there and they were a little bit concerned.
Really?
Yeah, because you looked a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, I was a little bit. There was just a lot of people
grabbing at you and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, people are nice, so like they only had nice things to say to me. It was just like so much like stimulation, you know what I mean? And like it's just, I was like, I'm not used to this.
I find it fascinating. So you're at the very top of this mountain in terms of like publicity and attention, and everyone's screaming and grabbing at you and wants you for stuff. You've just done this incredible adrenaline-inducing feat running the length of Africa. There's all of these chemicals in your body, the adrenaline, the endorphins, all that stuff that comes from endurance sports.
Yeah.
And then
done.
Zero. Like, stop.
Yeah.
How's that?
My body needed it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, bashed in. But it is also, it's been quite difficult I had such a solid routine every day for a year. It was like get up, run, break, eat, run, do the same, every single day. And now the schedule's like wildly different. It's like, okay, wake up, interview here, or go and do this and then this, and, meet this person, chat to that person. And I'm kind of missing that routine of exercising all the time. Kind of want to start that back up again pretty soon. Maybe not 60 or 70k a day, but like I actually need that, So
how's your mental health?
I think it's fine. I just need to get a few things sorted. Like I haven't got a place to live yet, or I don't know the immediate next steps, like career-wise, what I'm going to do. And a lot of things have changed, obviously, so it's just working out a lot of all of this stuff. But I think when there's that many uncertainties in your life, it's always going to create a certain level of like mental challenges. So I just need to figure them out, and then I'll be all right.
You know, you must get bored of people asking you what's next, because this is what everyone asks when anyone does anything interesting. They go like, "What's next?" They want to know the next challenge. Or
I have got a lot of ideas. I think like one of the big things that I would really love to do is in some way be part of like documenting other people's journeys when they go on, you know, they're starting from somewhere and they've got this big thing that they want to do, and just like either helping them or being like in some way do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd really love to try and do more of that. The last year as well, like one of the things that I struggled with is it was so much, everything was geared towards basically helping me run. And I've had enough of that. You know, all of my support team were there basically to facilitate me running as far as I can every day. And it would be nice to do things for other people more than just everyone doing things for me.
That's an interesting thought. You've had enough of that. Enough of it being about you.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Russ, because you're someone that quite clearly through your story likes being alone and like low key, under the radar, do their own thing, spend time in my own head. And then doing exactly that in you running the length of Africa, being alone out there in the Sahara Desert alone, has built this massive fucking audience.
Yeah.
And all these people watching you that are now like very much compromising in some respects. Obviously there's so much privilege and stuff that comes with it, but they're compromising the very thing that you loved the most, which is you running from London to Asia alone, Asia to London alone, on your own with the hammock. It's never quite going to be the same, if you know what I'm saying. You can't even walk down the street in London. You're like a really distinctive, recognizable guy as well, because like the ginger beard and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think it will die down like eventually. So I think it's going to be all right.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's just different.
Just different, and it's
now.
a new set of problems, I guess.
Yeah.
To manage and stuff.
Yeah.
You did all of this, you know, to have the experience. You inspired all these people along the way, and obviously central to this was the running charity. They do incredible work for people kind of like yourself that are in that situation where you're looking for guidance.
Yeah.
You're looking for a sense of purpose and meaning, et cetera, et cetera. What was the goal?
Fundraising goal?
Yeah, what's your fundraising goal?
1 million.
1 million?
Yeah.
And what are you on at the moment?
When I checked yesterday, I think it was 970. I'm not exactly sure what it is now.
And you've been down to see the work that this charity do, haven't you?
I've worked with the charity for like years. You know, I used to, before I left, I was the adventure guide. So I'd take groups of people up, climbing mountains or out into nature, and we'd do stuff. I did stuff with fundraisers who were raising money for the charity. I did the Ages to London run for the running charity as well. So I've been involved for 4 or 5 years.
Well, I have to say, Russ, you inspired millions of people. You don't know this, but like when I'm in the gym,
yeah,
and I start thinking about quitting, the whole time when you're in Africa, I was like, fucking Russ is running 3 marathons today.
Yeah.
So like, what the hell am I doing thinking about quitting? And it was this thought in the back of my head that helped me over and over again when I was in difficult moments, when I'm in the gym, when I'm thinking about quitting, when I'm thinking about not even doing the workout. And I'm like, that guy's going to be up today running another 60K or 100K.
Yeah.
So it was even like this motivational force for me in my life. And I'm really, really appreciative of that. But I also know, because I've seen the messages and I've seen the DMs, that for many people out there that are Russ at 19, that don't know the path forward, that don't have guidance, that don't have something to aim at, you've given them a blueprint for how to turn your life around. And you've given 19-year-old Russ, all the 19-year-old Russes out there, a blueprint for how to turn your life around. And you've given them evidence that it's possible. And people in that situation, as you were, they don't always believe it's possible. You described the hopelessness and the helplessness of that situation. That's exactly what you've done. And also, you've raised a shit ton of money. Now, your goal was to raise £1 million, which is a ridiculous amount of money. So before we sat down, I made a few phone calls. You know, I'm an investor in a few companies and I'm on the board of a few companies. So I called Julian Hearn at Huel and I said, listen, wouldn't it be great if Huel could get behind this and make sure he hit that target now? There you go.
Wow.
They've donated the remainder of the cash to you for your fundraising. So you've hit the £1 million. And we wanted to say a huge well done and congratulations on behalf of all of us here at the Diary of a
Thank you so
CEO,
much, man.
Is Emily here? There she is, coming in. If you love the Diary of a CEO brand and you watch this channel, please do me a huge favor. Become part of the 15% of the viewers on this channel that have hit the subscribe button. It helps us tremendously, and the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the guests.